Hello everyone. In this video, what we are going to see daily use the SQL query statements for a PostgreSQL DBA. It's for beginners as well as experience. Okay, as you know, PostgreSQL has been most rated as of now and database and better alternative for Oracle database, and it has been favored by many DBAs by now. Now, the PostgreSQL DB has been widespreadly started using all the technologies, all the environments, so all the companies now started using. For the last four successful consecutive years, it's been most rated database, and of course, it is very good alternative for Oracle database, which I showed in this presentation. As well as I have installed PostgreSQL version 12.1 in my virtual machine Oracle, in my Windows 10 virtual machine. So let me show you the commands whichever you are seeing in the screen. I will demonstrate in that database itself. I have already installed and configured the database, and I have already created a database as well. So let's show you. Okay, first, how to get the viewing that help commands. So you can see help, total help, /h SQL commands level help, /? PS SQL commands level help. Okay, let's see you. So I am opening PSQL. Okay, so how many databases are running? Let's show you. So these are all the databases running in this PostgreSQL. Actually, template 0, template 1 by default template databases, and Postgres by default installed created database, and I have created the SRLab database. Okay, so now we are going to see help. You can type help, it will display like the usage. Type /h for help with the SQL commands. Slash question mark, backward slash question mark for help with the PSQL command. Backward slash G for terminate with the semicolon to execute query. Backward slash Q quit from PostgreSQL database. Okay, so let's see H. So these are all the SQL commands. Hyphen G first H and again question mark distributing PSQL SQL commands. Okay, and then /Q quit from PSQL PostgreSQL. So again I am opening, so or demonstrate all those things. Okay, Now show by column similar to MySQL G. So now you can display like backward slash x. What it will display? X column expanded display is on. Expanded display is on. So if you are enabling this one, okay. Next, so view the DB installation directory, preferably root user. I mean super user. So this can be found in Oracle environment. I mean virtual Linux environment. So see how many DB instances are running, preferably super user execution. So find / name PostgreSQL.kernel. Okay. So next, view DB version. View DB version. How to view DB version? So simply, in my case, I can execute so version server underscore version or select version. Let's see. So server underscore version. Okay, server version 12.6. Alternative way, select version. So these two way we can see that. Next one, view the running status of the DB instance. So the DB instance running status pg underscore ctl. Let's see, pg underscore ctl status. Okay, it doesn't come up good. Next, view all databases. So in my case, I have already executed backward slash L and select. Another way, select star from pg underscore database. So you can see L. So all the database information it's showing, right? Next, select start from pg underscore database. Okay, let me quit this one and again I will open. Class L, how many databases are running, and also select start from pg underscore database. So this two way we can find out. Next, create database. So create DB database name. So simply you can execute create database name. Okay, create database test. So create database class L. So you can see test database has been created. Okay, if you want to connect the test database, see test. Now you are connected to database test as a Postgres user. Okay, all right. Now I have connected SRLab database. All right. Next, view the current database. Simply, what we can do, like /c or select current database, like /c. This is current database. It's connecting to current database, and select database name. Current database SRLab, right? So now view database file directory. So we can see cat using cat command, and also on in terminal in session, like so data underscore directory. So data underscore directory. So where the data files location. So here it is storing all the data file location, right? Next, view table spaces. Select star from PG underscore table space. Select star from PG underscore table space. So PG default, PG global, two table space name. Alright. So now I'll connect Postgres. Select star from PG underscore table space. So here also two table spaces on. Alright. Next, view language. What are the language using this database? Select star from PG language. So what language name? What is using? Postgres OID 12, 13, 14, and its internal C, SQL, PLSQL, PLP, PSGSQL. Okay, so language. Next, query all schemas must be executed under the specified database. Okay, let me execute from PostgreSQL, Postgres database itself. Select star from information, schema TA. Select name must be select name from MSP name, PG namespace, PG namespace. So next, view table name. So what we can do, /dt. You can only view the public table name under the current database. So select table name from PG tables where table name like PG underscore table name like not like SQL, order by table stage name. Okay. So currently I'm in. Let me connect to SRLab. slash dt. dt no relation. So let me connect it to Postgres dt. So I do not find any relation, it's coming. So simply alternate, we can select table name from PG tables where table name not like that. We can also query to find out the table names. Select table name. So we need to mention the table name. Okay, we'll select from information underscore schema tables where table name like simply like a basic. So does not come any output. Okay, view table structure. So okay, what I will do, select star from information underscore schema. Start from pg underscore tables. So you can see okay, now select start from information schema SQL underscore parts. So this is the table select and sort pattern in PostgreSQL. So we need to mention like schema name and data same, more or less same only, but like in Oracle database as well. Okay. So next view index. So okay, let's see table name SQL underscore parts. Like it's not find any relation. Okay. Viewing index DBA. No, no indexes. Okay. All right. Otherwise, viewing index select star from pg underscore index, like pg underscore tables, same way pg underscore index. So here are the listing that viewing that indexes. What are the indexes available in Postgres? Next, viewing that views. So simply // db. Otherwise, we have to get it pg underscore views. You can select slash db. Does not find anything. Select from pg underscore views. So pg underscore views. Right. Next, trigger. So select star from information and schema that triggers. We can view the trigger. Next, sequence. The same way we can see that sequence as well as triggers. Sequence is underscore triggers. So no triggers, no views. No sequence. So next, view constraints. The same way we can find out. Select star from pg constraints where constraint type p. Select star from pg underscore constraint. Select star from pg underscore constraint where constraint type equal to primary key constraint. So there is no constraints. Next, view the size of the database. So select pg size pretty or select pg pretty select pg database dot pg size underscore pretty. So we have to select like this way. Select pg database date name comma pg size pretty pg size pretty open browsers pg database size pg database size pg database dot date name pg database dot date name again as size for pg database. So this is a database size. We can find this query. Select pg underscore database dot date name, comma pg underscore size underscore pretty, open braces, pg underscore database dot size, open braces, pg underscore database dot date name as size from pg underscore database. This is the database sizes. We have two template databases and one Postgres by default database, and I have created two database manually, SR and test. So these are all the database sizes, right? Next, here is the data creation time of catch each database. So in this query, we can find out the data creation of time each database. So these are the steps I am going to post in my Oracle DBA blog. So you can find out these queries and all. Next, view the size of all the tables in order according to the space occupied. Alright, so select query. We can find that in order to according to the space occupied. So order wise, how many GBs and MBs and KBs like that, and it will show displaying in orders. According to the size of the space, view the index size in order. So it's a size in according to the size in that index, it will display the order. Next, view parameter file. So config file, so DBA file, so indent file. Okay, let's show you. So config file. So config file. So here is a config file. Postgres config file. So HBA file. Here is a PG HBA file. So add file is the PG add-in file. These three files very important to configure this PostgreSQL database. So it will be very useful, easy to handle in Linux environment, but I mean new to Windows, installing PostgreSQL in Windows. So I'm new in this environment, so that I'm a little bit of struggling to handle these things. Okay. So next, view the parameter value of the current session. So on, it will display all the session, current session. You can see. So all the parameters using this current session. So all the parameters it's displaying. So like it's like kind of a P file, it will display all the parameters, right? So the kind of stuffs here. So all the parameters in this current session using this parameters, it is displaying here. So on. 314 rows. Alright. So next, big parameter values. So let's start from pg underscore file underscore settings. So let's start from pg underscore file underscore settings. So these are the file settings in PostgreSQL configuration file, the source line and sequence, and what is the settings. What are the settings available in this configuration file for this PostgreSQL? Let's see, under setting column, listen address odd, port number 5432, max connection 100, shared buffers 120 MB, dynamic shared memory type, Windows, max file size 1 GB. That is, max file size nothing but max SGA. Minimum well size 80 MB. Log destination TDERR. Logging collect on log file mode 0640. Log time zone US specific. Data style ISO MDY. Time zone US specific. So these are the settings we have made for this database creation. Right? Next, BVA parameter values such as parameter work memory. So work mem. Let's see. So work mem. How to modify that parameter value? So alter system set work mem 8 MB. Okay. So work mem. Okay. So next, using the alter system command will modify the PostgreSQL.auto.conf file instead of PostgreSQL.conf, which can be used. PostgreSQL.conf file will very well. Adding the mess you made after using many alter system commands, then you have to add or delete PostgreSQL.conf and then execute pg_ctl reload to load the PostgreSQL.conf file to reload the parameters. Okay. So it will modify that one auto configuration file instead of actual configuration file, which can be used very well. Otherwise, if you have anything wrong, mess up happened, so it will useful for just modify the PostgreSQL auto config and then execute that pg_ctl reload and reload. Then it will reload the parameters. Okay. The database is archive mode is enabled or not. How to check? So archive mode. So archive mode. So archive mode is disabled. Okay. Okay. Check the combination of the operation log. The operation log includes error information, slow location query, SQL, database startup and shutdown information, and the checkpoint to frequent alarm information. So you can see logging collector, start log connection. This is like outlog information kind of steps. So logging collector. So logging collector. So logging collector is on. So here itself earlier also logging collector is on. So log directory. So log directory. So log directory log. So log file name. So log file name. So here is the log file name. So log truncate on rotation. So log truncate on rotation. So now truncate on rotation off. Next, so when generating a new file, if the file name already exists, whether to overwrite or the old file name with the same name. So truncate on rotation. So log statement, set the log set the log record content. So log statement none. So log mean duration statement. Statements running for 6 milliseconds, it will be recorded in the log. -1 means disable this function. 0 means record all statements, similar to the slow query configuration of MySQL. Okay. So log min duration statement. So log min duration statement. So -1. -1 means disable this function. So it doesn't disable it. It's not been enabled. Next, view the configuration of the val log, which is read log size. So pg val directory. Let's see read log file size pg underscore val pg underscore val directory. So it is stored in data underscore directory or pg underscore val directory. Right. So next, view current user. So how to view current user? Select C. So current user, select current user. Postgres. Okay. Next, view all user. Select star from page underscore user. Select star from page underscore shadow. So there is two way. Select star from page underscore user. Select star from page underscore shadow. So there is two way to view all the users in this database. So next, create a user. In Postgres database, export SQL statement like create user, username, pg dump, post name, port number, username, test table. So like this, we have to create. So here is the usage. Create user or create database. Creating user or creating database. The usage is here.